Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Kay here from At Home with Kay, and today I'm sharing a little hack with you. These plastic bags that we get from the grocery store, if your state still does bags, because I know some states don't. When I was in Delaware, everywhere we went, whether it was a craft store, a hardware store, or a grocery store, we had to bring our own bags. Well, here in Michigan, there's bags, and I'm just having an accumulation of these things everywhere, and I'm just so tired of it, and I need to figure out a plan. So I came up with a little plan. I like to use them in my car for trash bags, and then sometimes the girls, when they do the kitty litter, they'll sometimes scoop it and use those bags. But here I am. So I have this little chip can, these very unhealthy chips this can here. I am going to take this, and this will just be a little can of bags that I can sit in the center console of my car. It was just the perfect size, and I thought that would be great to use for that. And I'm actually going to show you, I was able to stuff 17 grocery bags inside of that can. I was impressed with how many fit in there. So right here, I'm just taking my scissors, and the lid was plastic, so it just bent right in half, and I'm just going to cut a hole for the bags to be able to stick out of, and I'll be able to pull them up from there. And once I pull one bag up, the other one will come out with it. And it's just because you attach them through the handles. I think everybody knows how to attach the bags so they can all come up one after the other. So this can is such a bright green too. I'm gonna have to paint it because I was gonna put some paper on it, but you could see through the paper that ugly green color and all the stuff written on there. So I am actually going to have to put down a layer of black paint, and then I'll put the paper on once it dries. Yep, and I had actually put 17 bags in here. I was quite impressed with that. So I'm just taking them out, and then we're going to move on to our next step. How is everyone doing today? I'm doing great. It's Sunday. I'm getting ready for the work week next week, and I hope all of you are doing well. I'm really trying to get things going along with my channel, but I'm going to hold off on talking about that, and I'm just going to say this is that paper that we get from Dollar Tree. I'm sure we've all seen it. I'm just going to use that because it's pretty. It is pretty. I mean, I am tired of it. It's, that's all they ever have, but it is a pretty paper, and it's going to fit perfectly on this can. But like I said, I am trying to get my channel moving. I'm kind of stagnant in my subscriber count and things like that. So I'm just trying to be more diligent to make sure that I'm posting on a regular basis, and that, I'm doing my part, and everything else will fall into place. I appreciate each and every one of you, though, that stick with me and come back every time to watch my video and leave such kind comments. It is greatly appreciated. So here I am just putting the paper on, and it goes on well just by itself. You don't need any glue or adhesive. The adhesive is already on the back, and it just fits perfectly all the way around. All the way around. I just cut it down to size. I measured it before I cut it, and it has those measuring lines right on the back. I just used those, and it went right around. It is going to have a little bit of overlapping at the top, but that's no problem. I'm just going to cut that off because I want my lid to fit securely on there. So I guess this is kind of like a trash to treasure too, because I could have thrown that little chip can in the garbage, but I decided to keep it. So this was like a little trash to treasure hack video, I guess, and I hope you guys all like it. Let me know down in the comments for sure. And here we are, all done. And I was going to attempt to just cut it with my scissors, and I was like, no, let me get my little X-Acto knife and do it, or box cutter, that's what it's called. My box cutter cut it much more evenly, and it just went right around, and it turned out perfectly, and I was able to just fit my lid right on there very smoothly once I did that. I like this paper though. I wish Dollar Tree would come up with some more ideas when it comes to the contact paper, but this one was a nice one when they came out with this one. And I was just showing you there how I cut it with my X-Acto knife. So now we're going to take our lid, and I'll show you. Now the lid fits on there perfectly. It just goes right on without any, pressure from the overlapping paper. when I cut it off. The lid is on and it looks perfect. So what I'm going to do next, I decided that the lid, you know, you could decorate this any way you want. And I thought, why don't I put some of that little beaded ribbon around the lid? And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to cut a nice long strip of the ribbon, cut it apart, and then I'm just going to use some hot glue to adhere it to the lid. And it's going to be a nice little addition to this canister. So just a little dab of hot glue all the way around, very carefully not to burn yourself, and then it just goes on like that. And I'm just going to do this all the way around. And the next step I'm going to show you is as we're going to put the bags inside of the can. Okay, and here we are at the end of our gluing, and I got the beads all the way around, and I'm just going to cut off the excess, and then we'll see how it looks on top of our can. And then we'll move on to the step where we're going to be adding in the bags. And I believe I was still able to get that same amount of bags in there. And see how nicely that fits on there? Perfect. All right, so now let's get our bags, and you do them one at a time, and you're gonna see how I'm doing this here. I'm just gonna take each one and make sure it's completely straight, and then I'm gonna put it inside of the can, and I'm gonna leave the handle sticking out. Then I'm gonna take my second bag, and I'm gonna make sure it's straight, and then I'm gonna take the end of it and fold it up and put it into the bag, stuff that one down, leave the handles out of the next one, stretch the other one out, take the end, stick it through, fold it over, push it down. And I'm just going to do that until I'm all done with all of them. And now that I got them all in there, I'm going to place the lid back on, leaving the handles of the last one sticking out through the hole of the lid. And then I'm going to show you here, all you have to do now is pull one out, and the next one will come out to follow. And you don't have to have the lid sticking out that much. I mean, if it comes out too much for you, you can just simply push it back down in there a little bit. You know what I'm thinking now too? I probably should have painted the lid so that you couldn't see the bags down in there. Maybe I'll go back and do that. You know, so there's a lot of options here. So also, now then I have this other idea. If you didn't have a chip can or anything or any kind of container, I got this tissue box from the thrift store, and I thought it was really pretty. And I said, you know what? I could use this for the same thing and put it in my kitchen on the counter. And whenever we needed a bag, we could just get one out. So I'm going to put the bottom back on this, because you know you put the tissue box through the bottom. So I'm just going to add the box back, and then I'm going to start stuffing in my bags. And I'm doing this the same way as I did before, stuffing it in, leaving the handles out, and taking the end of the other bag, folding it over through the handles, and then stuffing that one in. And I'm going to do it till I get it all done. I can't remember how many. I think I just overstuffed this one. I didn't even count the amount of bags that I put inside of this one. But I thought this was a good idea, a very good idea, an easy way to get those bags out of your way in your home. And let me know where you live. Do you is it required that you take bags to the store? Are there bags available, or do you take your own bags to the store? Just let me know down in the comments. Okay, and I have them all inside of my tissue box, And here we are, and see, you pull one up and the other one comes right out with it. And if it comes out a little too much, more than you like, just stuff it back in there, you know. So these are our two little items that we did here. One's going to go on the center console of my car, the other's going to sit in my kitchen on the counter. And please let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this little hack that I showed you here. I appreciate you all so much. Remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And remember, be kind and be the sunshine.